As the new year arises, there are new changes affecting the 6th graders. Instead of the 6th graders being with the 7th and 8th graders, they are now by themselves. Ms. Cronky explains the benefits of the 6th grade center.
Well, the benefit of the 6th grade center is really in multiple ways. The students are able to transition from an elementary world to a secondary world in a time where, as young pre-adolescents, they are trying to figure out who they are. So we're giving them an environment where it's very much focused on grace with accountability. We want to be sure that students learn to navigate the waters of secondary schools because it's very different than elementary school. We are focusing on building relationships, so the students no longer are with 4 different teachers throughout the day. They have 2 primary teachers that they work with. They have their homeroom teacher that does reading, and they have their second teacher that does their math. They still go to Encore, so they get the flavor of what a middle school is like, but they get the supports and the benefits of an elementary school that are in place for those strong relationships that they need in transitioning to a secondary education. The community benefits from that because I really truly feel that our relationships that we're developing at the 2 6th grade centers and that feed into the feeder patterns will translate over onto the playing field. So the 6th grade center came out of the idea that things weren't just happening for 6th graders in the district that we wanted them to do. We looked at data, and this happened about 2 years ago, I believe, before I even joined the district. They had put together a middle school design team, and looking at data, they saw that there was a dip in test scores for 6th grade. And a dip is traditionally correct. That's what happens whenever students transition from one grade to another or building to another. But this was more significant than it typically occurs. So they wanted to address those needs, and students, when they would typically go to the traditional middle school, 6, 7, 8, they went from having 2 hours of literacy instruction, a separate reading and a separate writing instruction, to about 62 minutes of instruction, reading, writing combined. So they were losing almost a whole hour of literacy instruction. So in the middle school design team, when they got together, they said, well, let's pull that back apart. Let's keep that for 1 more year, 6th grade, where they have an hour of writing instruction and an hour of reading instruction, and very focused on heavy literacy to address that dip. The other piece we want to be sure that we have is those relationships. Students and parents and teachers both shared with us that they weren't quite ready to give up that tight relationship that they have with their elementary teachers. So we are really focusing on having teachers have 27 to 28 kids, their homeroom, they can get to know each other and really build those relationships to help them be successful.
For STTV, this is Tessa Sip and Alyssa Bannister signing out.
Are you ready for it? Baby, let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin now. Baby, let the games begin. Let the games begin. Are you ready for it?